Talking about alignment. So this does go hand in hand with the grid because we always want to ensure that our files are properly working on a grid. So for instance, this currently is not. I just want to make sure that it's sized appropriately and placed in there correctly. So when it comes down to the alignment of, say, buttons on our onboarding screens, we want to make sure that our sight line stays consistent. So you can see here across these three onboarding screens, the text stays along the same lower baseline. Up here, they stay within the top. When it comes down to buttons, those are always staying within the same sight line. So this way, when we are jumping from one page to the next, our visual isn't adjusting. Our visual isn't changing. Those buttons, if my cursor's in one spot, it's always going to stay there and stay consistent. Same with things like progress bars, our skip feature. You don't want anything to be jumping around when you're clicking through your site. So making sure that stuff like that stays consistent. Navigation stays consistent. I'm okay if your logo moves from, say, your actual home page to the rest of your pages. But once you dip into the site away from your home page, you should ensure that that branding stays in a consistent space. When we get down to creating buttons, there's a couple ways you can do your buttons. Again, we just simply use our rectangle shape tool. And it's up to you to style your buttons and then keep that consistent throughout your site. So am I going to do buttons that have a sharp corner? I can also utilize these just like we do in Illustrator to cut some of that edge off. And I can also go over here to appearance and adjust my pixels manually. So if I say just want to cut a little bit off of there, I can see that I have a 5 pixel curve. So this way, if I have to go ahead and create another button, I can make sure that that curve is consistent across by utilizing that 5 pixel measurement.